Ever feel like you're waiting for the perfect idea or maybe the perfect balance of your skill set and a gap in the market before you take the leap and start your business? What if I told you that waiting is the very thing holding you back from building the confidence that you need? Today we're diving into why it's so important to take action and to start your business before you're ready and build your confidence as you go. I'll also let you in on a mental trick our brains play on us that keeps us stuck and stops us from ever really feeling ready. It's Mary Kate here from The Freedom You Deserve. Each week I share lessons I've learned over 10 years building my confidence to finally start my first business so that you can learn faster and create a balanced life that's exciting, meaningful, and more authentically you. So today's topic is all about taking action. Even if you really don't feel ready or you don't know what kind of action you can take, if you're waiting for everything to be perfectly aligned before you start your business, you might find yourself waiting forever, because the truth is, confidence is built from doing, not from waiting, not from learning. Have you ever heard the saying, what got you here won't get you there? Many of the things we do, especially the things that have served us well in the past, like playing safe or waiting until you're absolutely sure of success before trying something, these things aren't going to help you when it comes to starting your business. Often the habits that keep us stuck as adults are actually coping mechanisms we learned as children. Behaviors that helped us to navigate certain situations back then, but now they're just holding us back. And that can be frustrating, right? We can see that these habits don't serve us anymore, yet we keep falling back into them. But if this is happening, there's nothing wrong with you as a person, and it definitely doesn't mean that you're not cut out for starting a business. These are just habits, and you can unlearn them by choosing to be more intentional about the action you do take, by building new habits that actually support the life and business you want to create. In an earlier video, I used the analogy of climbing a staircase to success, where the steps in front of you are covered by a thick fog. Each time you take a step, you move through the fog just to reveal a little bit more on the path ahead. That's how perspective works too. You can't have the perspective of an entrepreneur or even the future version of yourself until you start taking action and moving towards it. As you step into action, especially if it feels scary and you do it anyway, you start to unlock a power that was hidden away by fear. You start to see more clearly that you can actually become the person you want to be. I'll even bet that your vision for the life that you want to create and the person that you believe you can be will grow and improve as you start taking action too. You'll start to see that you're somebody who can, instead of always wondering if you can. Let's also talk about learning, about acquiring more and more knowledge. I get that this feels like a good idea, and to a certain extent, it is good. But when all you're doing is learning and you're not taking action or applying the knowledge, you're not actually moving forward. You can't even fully understand yet what you learn until you start to apply it. Acquiring knowledge for starting a business is a bit like learning to play football from the sidelines. You can read all the books, watch all the videos, study every play, but until you get on the field and start playing and applying what you learned, you really won't understand how it all fits together and how it fits into the bigger picture. It's the same with starting a business. You have to get in the game, take action, and learn from that action to truly understand and apply what you've learned, to improve your skills, and to give yourself a chance at success. If you never start, you'll never win, and you're not going to win from the sidelines. Now, let's address something that might be holding you back from taking that first step, and that's worrying what other people will think of you. The thing is, nobody really cares as much as you think they do. We're constantly noticing things and assessing the world around us, but we're generally not attached to the judgments we make. Think about the last time you judged somebody. Maybe it was for a dress they wore or the way their hair looked. Now think about how long you judged them for. A second or two, maybe. Most likely it was just long enough to have the thought and move on to the next thing you noticed. That's the reality of most judgment. Pretty much everyone is so caught up in themselves, in their own lives, in their own plans and dreams, and how things affect them, that they really don't care about what you're doing. You might not like this, but thinking that people really care what you're up to and allowing that to stop you from following your dream and starting your business, that's just your brain tricking you into playing it safe. Your brain's job is to keep you alive, and it's got some really clever ways to blow things way out of proportion so that it doesn't need to work too hard to assess your environment and predict your safety. This is real primitive stuff though, and you're smarter than that primitive part of your brain. And if you think about it logically, you already know that changing things up a little will not be a threat to your life, and it will probably be far more fulfilling than staying safe and playing small for the rest of your life. And that's really the heart of today's message. Taking action, even when you don't feel completely ready, that's what builds the confidence that you need to succeed. It's easy to fall into the trap of waiting for everything to line up perfectly, but confidence comes from doing and from stepping forward even when the path is unclear. As you start taking those steps and you find that the fog lifts and the picture becomes much more clear. It's not about knowing everything before you start. It's about learning and improving as you go. If you're ready to stop waiting for the perfect moment and want to get really clear on the life and business that you want to create, I've got a brand new program coming up that's designed to help you do just that, so that you can make decisions easier and feel confident about starting your first business. The key to feeling confident is reconnecting with your authentic self and your true desires and learning how to trust yourself again. Trusting yourself deeply is the most powerful way to start a business that you'll love right from the beginning and to lay a solid foundation for your long-term success as an entrepreneur. To learn more about this program and for the first chance to join when the doors open, you'll need to be on the priority waitlist. You can find the link for that in the description below this video. And remember, each step you take, no matter how small it is a step towards making your dreams a reality. Finding the courage to start is the hardest part, but it's also where the magic happens. Embrace the unknown and trust that every single action you take brings you a little closer to creating and living that kind of life that you really want. That's it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and I will see you next week with another episode.